But, you know, anyway, moving on to my Giants, one suffering New York team to the next.
Right.
We're 0-3 as well. And I just sometimes, look, I'll say this: Jason Garrett, just throw the ball deep more. We had one play completed over 20 yards in the Falcons game, just one. And according to last year's statistics, Daniel Jones was using advanced metrics. Shout out Professor Arth, the best deep ball thrower in the NFL with wheels. You saw that touchdown against Washington. He has wheels and he could throw the ball deep. The Falcons, the game before, they're giving up huge plays against the Buccaneers. Yeah, we don't do that, and we opt to do the short passes, the medium passes. Only one completed pass over 20 yards. And we have guys like Galladay, who's I've seen caught passes from Stafford. I've seen Shepard go out and even Slayton catch them. And Barkley, it was nice to see him score a touchdown. But we just got to be better as a team. We're not fighting. Blake Martinez going down. That hurts us a lot. He's a good leader and presence in that defense. Makes a lot of good tackles. And Kadarius Toney looking like a waste of a first round pick. We're not even using
Mm-hmm.
him. So
Yeah.
I just don't get the Giants situation either. We had no fight against the Broncos. They look pretty good this year, but still, we could have, after the first half, I thought we had a good chance to win. We just shut down after the second half. Washington football team, our defense couldn't hold it up at the end. And, we made a mistake. Don't get me started. Didn't have a podcast, but don't even get me started about how we went off sides in that field goal kick to win the game.
Right.
I'll set the scene. We're all like in our townhouse living room, just watching the kiss misses. Everyone starts celebrating. My friend Chris was at the bar, and they were all celebrating because the guy put down $100 on the Giants. But then, next thing you know, the flag on the play, and I threw my Barkley jersey on the wall. It's just what happens as a Giants fan. It's brutal being a New York football fan, unless you're the Bills, obviously.
Yes.
And the Giants, man, I just don't know what to say about them. Like Daniel Jones isn't even playing all that bad. He's been pretty average. He hasn't been great. He's been a pretty average quarterback. And he has the talent around him. I think it's mainly just the coaching and the defense so far that's been screwing us this year.
Yeah, man, it's really tough. I remember I was we were doing the work for broadcasting, right? So I was at the football game Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
and Jake Averman, one of the fellows, sportscom fellows, that we know, he's in our class, and he's diehard Giants fan. Shout out him. We were talking about the game, and we were walking back. And he literally said, he was like, "Yeah, man, like I just hope the Giants just don't screw me, like." Dude, it sucks. Like literally, like I feel so bad because literally what
Yeah.
happened, like what he didn't want happened. Like, dude, it just sucks. Like he was like, man, like I hope you just like play a good game, clean game, no turnovers, no bullshit. Like we get the win, this is the Falcons. Like, and I was like, yeah, man, hopefully you guys can do it. It sounds right,
Yeah.
like it's the Falcons, you're home. Like last year you guys were very competitive. So I was hoping that maybe we can get the ball wrong here, but it seemed like the same issues that have been happening this whole year are still happening. And
Mm-hmm.
I think some parts that really spoke out to me was you guys punted on Atlanta's 39-yard line. You got to kick the field goal there. I don't know why you're punting on the 39. That just doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. And then also there were 3 dropped interceptions too by your secondary. There
Yeah.
was 3 opportunities that was off of deflection that you could have came down with the ball. So on Monday, there needs to be like some like interception drills. Like I need Judge to like cue that up. There needs to be like the first
For
thing that they
real.
do.
Yeah.
Like you need to like have like you know what I'm saying? Like pop, you need to
Especially,
have like, yeah.
especially what's coming up. They're playing the Saints. Jameis
Oh yeah.
Winston, very turnover prone. So we really got to
Yeah.
hammer in those interception drills. And I really got to just the defense has got to keep going. And the sad thing is going over like the preseason, our picks are, scheduling, looking at the schedules for each team, Giants and Jets. The Giants, I had them at least winning 2 out of 3 of these first 3 games. And
Right.
they start 0-3. Just let me tell you this next stretch of games. We got the Saints, the Cowboys, the Rams, the Panthers, the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Bucks. Like I wouldn't be surprised if we lost all those games. Though that's a
Bro.
brutal stretch. It's a brutal stretch.
Jesus.
And I don't know how we're gonna survive in this NFC. So, I mean, we could just count on everyone just keep on being 500.
Jesus,
But I would
bro.
be surprised if we won 3 out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game stretch. I would be surprised if we get 3 wins.
Yeah, man. The Saints, the Cowboys, and you look at the way that the Cowboys were playing. Dude, seriously, I mean this. Like, I picked them to win the division strictly because like I know that they had the tools around them. And when I saw
Mhm.
Dak play the way that he was playing before he got injured, like that was crazy. So like I don't know. I mean, CD, like Coop, by the way, Coop goes crazy in fantasy. Like
Thank you,
whoever
Coop.
just didn't, yeah, dude, yeah, bro, whoever passed on Coop, like no. Like you don't do that. I wasn't able to. I wasn't like you went off the board before I was picking. But anyways, um dude, yeah. So like you look at the Cowboys, the division, the way that they're playing, they got a great win last night. They were controlling the whole game. They look like a dominant football team. And then the Rams, dude, by the way, like they're serious. Like
Rams are scary.
I really think that they could win the Super Bowl this year. I really think they have every
Rams are
single
scary.
piece that you need. And then you got like the Panthers, and they're playing great. We'll get to that later
That's
in the last
that's the
segment.
yeah, that's the game that I'm kind of,
You could win that for
we
sure.
could
Yeah, you
win that.
could.
That's the one
Yeah.
that I'm eyeing a dub, hopefully.
Yeah, no, you definitely can win that. And then
And then
the
we got
Chiefs
the
that have been
Chiefs,
a little shaky.
those
They've been a
shaky as
little
well. We'll get
shaky.
into that. We'll get into that. The Raiders, who have been playing decent ball, I think they're still 3-0, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they
And then
are.
the Bucks, Tom Brady getting just can't count out the Bucks. So this stretch is going to be brutal. And if we get over 500, that will really prove me something with this team. But obviously, I can't say that because they're not. We Our offense is hit or miss. Like we scored 29 points against the Washington football team's defense. Like that was pretty impressive. They
Mm-hmm.
haven't been that good this year, the defense, though. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. They gave up a lot to the Bills, lots to the Giants. But the Falcons defense, who's not really known for that, they're known for their offense really more. We only score 14 points against. And it's just concerning. The Saints, this is another one of those games that we could win. And Jameis Winston has been hit or miss as well sometimes, like that, unless other than that first game where he went off. The past 2 games have been pretty so-so. But here's Daniel Jones's stats through the first games in this regular season. 65% completion, 782 yards, only 2 touchdowns. So it's just crazy how he only has 2 touchdowns, and he has the 11th best QBR. The good thing about Jones, 0 interceptions. We like to see that. We like to see that. So I definitely think this is the best version of Daniel Jones we've seen since he started with the Giants, but it's not the best Giants team that he's been part of to start, like using the eye test, of course. You've seen their defense, seeing these drop passes, Darius Slayton the other week. So it's just Daniel Jones can't carry this team on its own. We need our defense to click, and we need everyone to click on the offensive ball. And hopefully, Barkley gets more and more healthy throughout the season, more and more game ready. And then last week was promising, but Jones, man, I can't blame him. I can't blame Jones for not getting these wins. I blame the coaching more.
Yeah, I think I might have to agree with you on that, honestly, because you can't blame him. I mean, he hasn't even turned the ball over yet this
He's
year.
got
Um,
one fumble,
no,
but no
okay, well
picks.
you didn't
Yeah,
throw a
yeah.
pick. That's what I meant. Yeah. So like he has turned the ball over, but he has not thrown a pick. Um, so I don't know. I mean, he's going out there, he's executing your offense, and I liked the way that he played in Washington. I really did.
Mhm.
That was one of his better games.
He just
Honestly, it was
kills
up there.
Washington.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's something about it. But yeah, no, I really did like the way that he was playing in Washington, and I really do see a very similar comparison with Jones and Darnold. I really do. I think that they are very similar situations. So it's gonna come down to what your organization does. I think it all depends on what happens with Gettleman. If Gettleman leaves and you guys want to like clear the house, that makes sense. You start the
Mhm.
timeline over again. You get a head coach, and you're gonna have a. Looking at this stretch of schedule, I don't think that you guys are going to win too many games. So theoretically speaking, you could have 2 top 15 picks, top 10 picks which is huge, absolutely huge,
Yeah,
like
you could package that if you
enormous,
want.
huge for your future. Like that is huge. So I think that's like the trade, whatever. Like Tony didn't really work out, but other than that, I mean, it's too early to tell. But as of right now, he's not working out. But seriously, getting that first round pick with Chicago with a team that we thought was supposed to be really good, but started Fields really early and is now giving up on Andy Dalton and has shifted the whole motive, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so they may fluke. They may fluke, and you may have 2 top 10 picks, which is freaking crazy, dude. To start your future over, you can get
Mm-hmm.
some draft equity for Daniel Jones if you were to move on, maybe like a second round pick, third round pick. And who knows, dude? Like that's enormous, bro. Like that's huge for your future. So there is something to look forward to here. But man, I mean,
I
these
rather
10
win.
what?
That's the thing. I just rather win football games. I rather see the Giants compete for this NFC East title. The
Yeah.
Cowboys, they're 2-1. They're looking legit. The football team, Eagles, both 1-2. So it's not like divisions out of the bag. The Cowboys, they're going to fumble at some point. And
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm not ready to commit to the full tank yet.
Yeah. No, I know.
After
And
the stretch of games, we'll see. But this is the Cowboys. They got the Panthers, they got the Panthers, Giants, Patriots, Vikings, Broncos, Falcons. So a pretty easier schedule than the Giants in this little stretch. The Cowboys play their harder teams later on and more spread out, like the Chiefs. They play the Cardinals at some point. So we'll see. Then the Cowboys already got their Bucks game out of the way, and they beat the Chargers last 2 weeks ago as well, which is pretty impressive because the Chargers have been looking like a great team. So Cowboys looks like they are the favorites right now. The Giants, you could probably write them off by now, unfortunately, to win the division.
yeah, you can write them off to win the division, but I think you are right with your statement when you say it is too early to go in full tank mode.
Yeah,
You're right, because when you look at these games, it's not like you're losing like the Jets, okay? Like you're losing from very silly,
losing
cautious
heartbreakers.
mistakes. Yeah, you're losing heartbreakers.
The
Like
last
you
two have
guys,
been like
yeah.
games that I really thought we should be 2-1 right now,
Oh no, yeah, no, you're right.
and with the whole we'd be tied for first right now, looking
You're right.
good.
Yep.
So
No, you're right.
it's just unfortunate, and there's nothing you can do about it now except during practice hammer these guys in. Maybe it was a shaky offseason with the fights during practice or Kelvin Benjamin drama with Joe Judge. So I just don't. This is not the team I saw play last year, and this is a better team in my opinion. So I don't know what to make of these Giants. This week they play the Saints. We'll be watching. My housemate, big Saints fan, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But he's outnumbered by the Giants faithful, unfortunately. Um, this is a game to win if there was a game to win in this season. So, being said that they know their schedule is going to get tough after this, they're going to try to pull out a dub here, and I'll take a Giants win because
Mhm.
even though that being said, they're going to really try for this game.
For
They
sure.
know what's ahead, and they know if they lose, they're and the Cowboys win this week, they're pretty much out of the race for the division.
Yeah, I really do like that. I do, because like I said, you guys were losing heartbreakers out here. But and the Saints, man, like they're hit or miss. Like Sam Darnold mopped them up. Like Carolina, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you got Saquon, you got Kenny, you got Slay, you got
Shep.
people. You got Shep. Your
Yeah.
line has been playing pretty well, like better than last year. Honestly, it was definitely. Um,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
so yeah, like, and you can definitely you need this win bad. And after losing 3 heartbreakers, right? Like losing that game against the Falcons in the way that you guys lost, and then also after Washington, right, with that
Mm-hmm.
penalty, there's gonna be a lot of animosity that they're gonna want to take out on this Saints organization. Man, I could see you guys coming out the tunnel fired up and trying to pull this one out. I think you guys are gonna fight really well for
You
this.
think we get the
And
dub though?
I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I
It's okay to say no. It's just the
probably
Giants are
probably
talking.
probably not, but
Yeah.
probably not, because of the fact that I am very high in this Saints team, and I do
Mm-hmm.
think that they are betterly match, and like they're more prepared. We got their defense is lights out. Marshall Lattimore, Mario Davis
Mhm.
back there hanging out in the secondary, and I mean I think Michael Thomas is active now. Is he? Or soon?
No, I
Nah.
don't think yet. No, but they have Kamara, who's gonna do great.
And then they're using Taysom too, so it's just like they
It's
know what's
just
going on there. Like
yeah, they're definitely a better organization, recent playoff experience as a whole. So it's definitely a tough game. But I thought the Giants would be like a Saints like kind of record this year of like a little bit over 500.
right,
But it's not. It's not has been panned out so far. So I'll be watching Sunday, getting ready to get post Giants depression Monday
right.
because that definitely happened last week while I was shooting. I was shooting the volleyball game for Marist and just checking the phone for updates and just being depressed that we only lost by 3 against the Falcons and we only scored 14 points. So Daniel Jones, I'm not blaming you. Blame the coaching staff. Let's change up the schemes. Let's run up more POs like we did last season, which worked, and let's run it with Barkley. We used Wayne Gallman last year and they did great. So let's run it with Barkley and see what happens. And more long deep passes. That's what I got to say about the Giants.